Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003, and today we are playing Genshin Impact. In the last stream, we started the 3.1 Archon quest. We we learned a little bit about what the Akademiya is planning through the help of the Dendro Archon Kusanali, who was possessing Catherine at the time. We met Dottore, the second strongest Fatui Harbinger, who, I guess studied at the Akademiya but was sent away for some reason. I don't really know. But, a little bit later, Catherine got stabbed. And, as a consequence, Kusanali got trapped in the Sanctuary of Surasthana. So now we have to head on to the desert to figure out what the heck to do. And how to stop the Akademiya from turning Scaramouche into a god that can do the Fandango. I'm full of jokes today, especially because I'm celebrating, because I kind of thought that I would have to cancel the stream, because the internet wasn't the internet shut off and wasn't turning on for an extended period of time, and all that craziness. So yeah, now we're doing the next arc. We're continuing the Archon quest. And just so everyone knows, I did work ahead some in terms of exploration. So just bear with me. Just to show you. As you can see, I've already explored some of it. I've already found some of the Dendroculi. Some of them I've marked and collected, and others I've just marked. Like the one right here, I've just marked it and said, hey, there's a Dendroculus here, so that later on I can go back and grab it. But yeah, now the Statue of the Seven, I believe, is level 6, so yeah. Anyways, we're heading over to that beam of light there. Hopefully the game will catch up, and oh gosh, there's stream lag. Okay, yeah, there's definite lag.
Reduced to just standing around.
So sorry,
How
everyone.
absurd.
Yes, I know. Yep, literally the second I moved, it was skipped frames. Of course. So let's try. I feel like as time goes on, it'll get used to it. To the fact that I'm streaming Genshin right now. But it's funny because on my end the game is running really smooth, and on y'all's end it's just awful. Like the lag is unreal. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. Nope, never mind, jinxed it. That'll be fine. The game will catch up. I think we're supposed to go this way. Over here. There's a scarab. Which is basically useless to me because I don't have Sinnoh. But that's fine. Quality will improve. Come on. I'm just gonna occasionally do this just to test the lag. I'm gonna remove the. It's good. So yeah, turns looks. Oh wait, we're good. There we are. Looks like I just need to give it a bit of a chance to catch up. And then watch this. Literally, the second I press X, the lag is gonna be back. Yeah, I just about called it. Let's really quickly go over here to the statue. Did we see at this? I don't really know how to. I actually forgot how to say statue in Spanish. But I know that of the 7 would be de los sietes. So yeah, there's the rest of it. Oh yeah, this little fishhook thing is where Celia is. So yeah, there's stuff over here. There's a wait, is this a found one? Yeah, that's a found one. There's yeah. There's stuff here that we got to check out eventually. I feel like I'm just gonna be exceedingly slowed down by this, but just to check. Yeah. I'm at level 6. Continental. Oh. I got an achievement. Of course, skip frames. Leave me alone. Come on. You can do it.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Great. Oh, yeah, I need to turn on auto.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place. Let's go check it out.
Okay. I think we're doing better. Yeah, there we are. Kazuha! Hi! Hey, what's up? And by the way, on my side, the stream is a bit lagging. Yeah, I'm aware of the lag. I had some internet problems earlier, so my computer is still kind of recovering from that. So there is going to be moments of heavy lag. So just bear with me on that. Like right here. But there is going to be a point where the lag is just about equal to where any lag that you guys have, I'm getting too. It's just gonna take a little bit. But yeah, I haven't seen you on my streams in a little bit, man. Kazuha, how have you been? Looks like it's taking cutscenes a little better now. So that's definitely a thing. So now you guys get to. Oh, you're attractive.
Sino.
Oh gosh, he's shirtless.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Akademiya. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I
I'm going
invited
through
the General
panic
Mahamacha's
now.
wrath?
Cause Zinna's here.
Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape
In
my
all
attack.
honesty, if Kusanali wasn't in the
Judgment?
literally the next
So
update,
that's how you
I would have
characterize
poured
your
all
actions
of my
here, is it?
primogens
Or
into
would
getting Sinnoh.
elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
So once I get all
Had
the
I used my
Archons,
full
I'll-
strength, not even this traveler would have been
try.
able to stop me.
Yeah.
Though styled
By the
like
way,
an
I forgot, what
assassination,
AR are you again?
I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee
54,
or resist.
55.
Standard
If I
practice for the
remember correctly.
mantra, as well you know.
Seemed to me
Once
more
this
like your own
dialogue ends,
personal
I'll
touch.
check. But I think it's 54 or 55, one of the two.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes.
Sorry, school stuff. It's
General
it's okay.
Mahamatra Sino, head of all
Although
the
why
mantra
would be
at
in
the
school on a
Akademiya.
Saturday, I have no idea.
He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate
Unless you're
nightmare for
working on
any who have
homework,
committed academic
then
crimes.
that I can understand.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you,
Also,
I'd never
fill
choose to
these
side with
meters,
him.
please.
I wouldn't believe
It
a
helps the
single
time.
word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this
We're
scribe
getting
for a
close
long
to filling
time.
the blue meter here,
I
but we
urge
need to
you.
fill up the green meter.
Stand back and do not
So I can
seek
get
to
the
defend
fan
him any
service out of the
longer.
way.
Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think
Oh,
he's
light's
as bad
back.
as you've made him out to be.
I told you
I
guys.
won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on
Ah,
your person.
he knows. He knows.
Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
He knows.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a mantra's senses.
Wait,
Oh,
the
there it is.
divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
Try something. Is it smoother when I don't? It is! So you did lie
No
to
wonder
us.
you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this
is
capsule mean
that?
to you?
Because when I have
And
my cursor
why,
on
as General
screen,
Mahamatra of the Akademiya, are you
starts
all alone
lagging.
in the desert?
watch this.
As far as I'm aware, the other mantra have been
I keep my
speculating
cursor on
about
screen
your
for a little bit, and it's gonna
disappearance.
start lagging again.
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Akademiya?
Okay, never mind. I guess the lag is fixed. Submission from the stages.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two!
Ah, the second I click on Genshin,
Thank you,
the
Traveler.
lag comes
Paimon
back.
feels like we can't trust either of them.
I mean, I'm undergoing bi panic for.
Well, look
Oh,
at you
well.
two, acting all tough and
Make that
self-righteous over there.
Make that 3. Wondering if you don't mind me friending you if that's okay. Go for it.
Great!
Go
Finally,
for it.
someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two
The
giants
lag
from the
is
Akademiya duking it out
unbelievable.
once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
Okay, I'm getting tired.
But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
So yeah, for dialogue and
It seems like
cutscenes, I'm going to have my
someone's gonna
cursor
have to
off
beat some
screen.
sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
So that's somewhat smoother. Yeah, I can't keep that up like through the entire thing. But can I use the? No, I cannot. So that means I have to actually. They're still looking for an opportunity
Hey,
to attack.
did either of you hear a word I just said?
Apparently not. Oh, well that's concerning.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Why are a whole bunch of Sumeru's characters so attractive?
This wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace.
Chat,
Come on,
no.
you two. Jeez, are all of you Akademiya folks such hard work? Move it!
All right,
Chat, I know
stop
what you're
yelling.
thinking, and don't you dare. I know how your minds work. don't even think about it. Don't even think about putting that joke in chat. I will silence you immediately. I'm sick and tired of hearing that joke because it is old and overused. Also, I'm continuing to be on that grind for Kusanali preparations. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The saved wish counter. There we go. I forgot to bring that back, so... Right now, we're currently at 81 saved wishes. As of right now. Considering the exploration that I've done, it may be like 82, 83 now, but I'm I'm going to have to check. I also think these slow loadings are cutting into time. Time. Of course, it's not lagging as bad because we're dealing with a solid black screen, of course. But the second the scene starts, the lag's gonna drop heavy. At least the music's nice. Oh, there we go. Right, the lag's not as bad. I think it's used to it now. I think the main problem is when we actually move. Three of Sumeru's most attractive playable characters together in one room.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
I'm watching you chat.
The savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon.
Paying
Thank you so much
attention.
for helping us.
Also, knock on wood, but it seems like the lag is now gone for this episode.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the
Because
weather
my
gets
focus
rough.
right now is on the
Wow. She's so gentle and caring.
on the
like
actual
a nice
game
older
itself.
sister. Unlike
So-
those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic
And also
at
for
hand.
those who want to send
As
me
a
friend
guardian
requests on
charged with the
Genshin,
responsibility to
my
protect
UID
my fellow
is in
villagers from
the
harm, I was observing
bottom
your
right
conflict
corner
from
of
afar,
the
even before
screen.
the sandstorm started.
So just write that
And
down.
now that you have set foot within our village itself,
Of course, you do need to
it is
ask
all
me
the more
first
my
before sending a request like
responsibility to
Kazu
make
has done
absolutely
so.
sure that you pose no threat
Otherwise,
whatsoever
I
to
will
us.
wonder who you are and block
So
you just in
please,
case.
have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares
Okay.
to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
So Candace is a dame mame, basically.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make
Ooh,
myself clear?
heterochromia!
All right.
She
we
has
got it, Candace.
heterochromia! That's so cool!
That's what I like to hear. So,
That's awesome!
which of you
She
will
has
begin?
heterochromia iridum.
I was
That's
supposed to
really,
be a
really cool.
mediator,
That's
but
a really
I
cool
might have
design
gotten a
choice, to
little
be
too
honest.
involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing
Oh
to
yeah,
hide,
Lecture Daddy's gonna speak.
so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts,
Dendro Daddy.
it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago,
Also, yes,
I
I'm a
discovered
simp,
that
I'm
there
not
was data
denying it.
missing in the Akademiya's project planning and development files.
By anarchist
What
simp
little
for
they did
these,
report clearly
for the
did not
characters in
match the
this world.
project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the
And in terms of
responsibility
Sinnoh,
and authority
look
to
at him.
request an audit.
Look at him and tell me you do not
To my
simp for
surprise,
that.
the person responsible for the erroneous data was none
I feel
other
like
than
my
Grand
simping for
Sage
them is
Azar himself.
it's just the
I
fight.
tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I
Took you long
realized
enough,
then that to
cutie.
the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Akademiya of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the Akademiya before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Indeed.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Still too early to trust him completely.
Well,
Simping
Sino,
for him, though, is
if
another
that's
matter.
your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Akademiya, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
Betrayal?
What?
Like
Betrayal?
many parts of the project,
Dendro Daddy
this
betrayal?
assignment was undocumented.
Goose?
Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Excuse me, good attractive sir.
Yes.
Explain
I
yourself.
was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean
It did happen.
that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me when I asked you out that one episode? Did you join forces with me just so you can investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Akademiya I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Akademiya. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
And then now that you mention it, things did go like that.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Possibly.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Akademiya. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Akademia correctly in
Fine.
the title.
Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
Facial hair growing.
That's
in
more
inches.
like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now
Silence.
that you're no longer at each other's
Silence,
throats,
Avita.
please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the
And
sandstorm.
for non-Spanish speakers, aka
Creatures?
gringos and
In the
gringas,
sandstorm?
Avita is Little Fairy.
Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted.
Which is basically
Anyone
what
without
Paimon
extensive
is.
training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
After a while, the winds outside begin to calm.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Yeah, but they're hotter than the sun. Simping! Anyways, now that things have smoothed out a little bit. Good hold. Okay, we're good. Kind of. This way. Yeah, feel free to use your channel points to remind me to, like, use your channel points. They're there for a reason. My beautiful, beautiful followers. But yeah, I very much encourage everyone to subscribe if you have not done so already. There are plenty of benefits that you can reap. Oh, well, lag's back. I had a feeling it would be back. I can't handle a whole lot today, can it? Streamlabs really can't handle Genshin today, can it? Good grief. This is literally gonna be the laggiest stream I've ever done. Ooh! Dendroculus! There's a Dendroculus nearby! ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está el Dendroculus? Where? Shut up about the skipped frames. I care not. Is it... No, it's not down. It's most certainly up, I feel. You know what? Detour. Let's try to find this Dendroculus that we have here. Just need to find a way to get up there. Let me see. Okay, I think if I climb up this way. Aha! There you are. There it is. Bam. I found one. On stream. But yeah, I'm really sorry about the lag, everyone. Hopefully it should just be for this stream, and it should not like continue for the rest of them.
The damned will sooner
It's
die
just
again
the
than lay a
weird
hand on
internet
me.
stuff that went down earlier today. That's kind of... Oh, there's a Sealy. Goodness gracious. These exploration things. Oh wait, no. Is it improving? Possibly? Maybe? I really hope so. Oh, right! The friend request. You did send me that. I'm not gonna talk to Candace right now. Oh, of course, when I'm gliding, then everything's fine. But this... I'm fine. This is you? This one's you? Yes? Chicken. Okay. You have a Chi-Chi! I'm jealous! I want a Chi-Chi! All I have is a C2 Moda. That's not even properly built. Jealous. You have a Chi-Chi, I'm sad now. But yeah, I'm gonna operate under the assumption that this is you. So, I'm gonna accept the thing. And let's quickly do the achievement. I have a feeling that if I do light combat of any kind, the stream is just gonna implode. Yeah, like, it can't even handle Paimon just existing. Okay. So it's acting a little bit weird. Alright, time to absolutely kill the stream. Here we go. Okay, that was you. Okay.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Okay, so still lagging pretty hard. But it's getting a little better with this bit. No jokes, chat. Don't you dare. I know how dirty-minded y'all are. So don't you dare.
Here comes another wave!
Oh, here we go. It's combat
Leave this
time.
round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
Dia, you're hot, but you're not playable yet.
It's been quite a
We're
while
literally
since I've
gonna be
seen the
doing all
Flame
the
Main
work.
in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
It's me, I got Gigi on my standard. I'm still jealous though. Oh, great.
The wind knows me.
Flesh upon the children.
Propagate!
Ow. Oh, yeah, the stream's completely dying. No. Oh, well, that was a mistake.
Useless.
Right, they're gonna be dealing more damage.
Here comes another wave!
More?
When are they ever gonna let up?
Aha, dodge. Fall.
Terminate!
On your knees.
Prepare to die, fool!
This is so cursed.
Retribution.
No! Shoot. Okay, drain fields. Drain fields. I'm setting up the drain fields now. That is literally the only shrine that I have. There.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Quality content.
What we fought just now was
Quality
probably the
mediocre
aftermath
content
of
is
the
being delivered.
sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Oh, yeah, also I just realized that the wish counter kind of covers up my midriff a little bit, so I don't have to worry about stretching.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering.
Hey, here's a challenge. Every time they say Irminsul or withering, take a shot.
Zones in the forest, and sandstorms and
I feel
earthquakes
bad for
here
you,
in the
Scout,
desert.
with a 3-star weapon.
Everything in the natural
Don't
world
be.
is
My crit
inextricably
rate is
connected to
71,
Irminsul.
and my crit damage is
These regional
112.
symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Yeah.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves.
I'm cleaning house with the wind tassel.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village
Okay, yeah.
guards like Candace?
Doing that.
Does your curiosity know no bounds?
No.
Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars
My simping
exiled
does,
here
though,
by the
so.
Akademiya. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The Akademiya believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Hypatia was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Oh my. Also, I'm pretty sure that if I remember
But
correctly,
no one in the
Xiao
village
is
has
the
ever seen
only
them leave. If
main
you're
that I
planning to
have
stay around the
that
village for the
uses a
next few
3-star
days,
weapon.
I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
Because
I've had
Ito
encounters with
has
those
Serpent
people in the
Spine.
past.
Razor
see what I can do to help.
has
The Matra are the ones responsible for their
Snowtone
exile.
Star Silver.
Now that you're no
Kusanali
longer
is
with
going to
them,
be given the Wind
are you
Sith.
trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
And in the event that I get Chi-Chi,
fascinated
I'm
by
going to
how
be
you
giving her
think.
the flu.
Mock me if you will.
So, yeah, Xiao is so far
If you are guilty, I will
the only
eliminate
one
you,
with a
regardless of my position or identity.
with a 3-star weapon.
You're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
But I think eventually I'll try and get his his signature weapon.
Is it because
but
you're
I don't
reminded
really
of
know why.
Hypatia?
I don't really know if
Oh,
I'll be able
these
to.
poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this!
Because I am trying to
We need
spend
to
as
help get
little
them
money
back
as
home
I
safe and
can
sound.
on this game.
But, is it really
Oh, I
a
see
good
how-
idea
well,
to
stop
tag along
flexing.
with Arno? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Sure. If you don't mind me lagging, way too much. Whew, I am on the brink of death. But yeah, like it's running super smooth the stream's running super smooth right now. But the second I click, a whole bunch of lag.
When in Aru Village, please respect the local customs.
On the stream's side. This is honestly cursed. Also, I tried raiding Shadow earlier this weekend, but he doesn't. Oh well, there that goes. But he like, I guess he turned off streams. Which, in all honesty, is understandable, seeing as he got married earlier in the week. But hopefully he turns raids back on so I can raid him again. Because I kind of missed doing that. Where do I have to go? Oh, up here. Well, sorry. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do you refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Akademiya has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially,
But yeah, I'll literally
the
show
people
you
of
in,
Aru
in
Village
a little
greatly
bit
resented having to take in the mad
ratios.
scholars. But a strange incident one night
for my
changed
characters.
that.
Then again, that might be a little bit of a waste of time.
Aru village was struck
I'll do it
by the
again.
strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village
How have we already been
preparing to
streaming
take
for
everyone
almost
to
an
safety.
hour?
Suddenly,
What?
he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing
How
the
is that
ground with his
possible?
hands. A soft, green light
Whatever.
radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night.
Fine.
Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots
That's
reaching
not an idea
deep
for
into
question
the
of the
ground.
day.
In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
There's your question of the day. It must have been Kusanali's power. Only she would have been
think so,
capable of
too.
such a thing.
Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
That's the question for
theory,
the stream.
They would
What is
continue
your-
wearing them so
yeah,
the
what playable
Akademiya could still
character are you
monitor
looking
their
forward
activities.
to,
With that
and
said,
why?
the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Personally,
Oh,
I'm looking
no
forward to
wonder.
Kusanali and
Everything
Layla.
makes sense
Kusanali
then.
because
Other
I'm
than
planning
the
on her
fact
being
that
my
they
first
calmed
Archon,
down,
and Layla
It
because she's
was
basically a
probably
female
Nahida who
me.
calmed them.
And it's funny.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
That Mad Scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars.
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
I'm struck by her good
Lesser Lord
looks.
Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Yup.
The Akademiya has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, Genshin Twitter. You complainers.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when
In all
someone is
honesty,
lying.
Genshin Twitter complains too much.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
All right.
Yep.
Now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this
Pretty much.
investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
This is the little boy.
Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my
cousin's
grandpa,
in this game?
right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's
'Cause
not
that's
like
what he
he's
is.
a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
That doesn't explain it. You
I
just
heard everything you
reiterated
said to
your
the
point.
village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Oh, Ethan wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Sure. Alright, back to Extreme Lag Town. Where do I need to go? Oh, that's fine. Holy cow. I really hope that this lag issue resolves itself in the next stream. Because this is just ridiculous. This is honestly so annoying.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid.
Gummy bears.
He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer
Look how small
appeared
this
to be
gummy bear
crazy,
is.
but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
It's about the size of my
Isak
brain.
was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace
I'm kidding.
and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa,
My brain is
want
not
me
that
to take
small.
you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa,
That
could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
like,
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's
Yeah, whenever I
also my
self-deprecate,
reason for
don't worry
fighting.
about it. I just don't have a lot of
I
self-confidence.
must continue to
so
protect this land.
just grin, laugh, and bear it. This grandpa was probably kissing Ollie. Look on my possible boyfriend's
Maybe the
face, he
people
can make
have
comments
always
too.
had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Ready to head back into Heavy Lag Town? Because it's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm streaming for just about half an hour. I mean, half of the normal stream length. I am dumb. I cannot count. I cannot keep time.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys.
Yep, Lag's back. There we go.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
So two different colors. I should probably stop getting distracted by gummy bears.
Yeah.
Alright,
But I just am.
let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Do we have to? Can't we just have a lovely picnic and just leave it at that? Seriously, that was Act 2? That's it? Alright then. Also, 3, 2, 1. I told you we would be heading back into Heavy Lag Town. I told you so. So yeah, let's head back to the Statue of the Seven. And heal up. Yeah, it's funny, like, when we're gliding, the lag isn't as heavy, but the second we touch down, it's like a PowerPoint. It's just an earth-shattering 1 frame a second. It's getting good. I thought it was getting better. Never mind. Okay. Yep, skip frames. There, skipped frames. Oh my darling, laggy strain. Could you please be better quality so I don't have to scream? Gosh. I'm a klutz.
Follow the
Okay,
wind.
there we go. I'd rather follow my heart. I wonder what happens if I just temporarily unequip the mini silly. What is like is that gonna make it better? I am forsaking my child for a small moment to run a test.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade,
Nope, it does not
It is the
matter.
last link I have to the land.
It doesn't matter.
My birth.
Wait, no, it was better for like a split second. No. Dang it. Ah well. We'll just deal with it.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing
Like, you guys
scholars
have to
went?
deal with me multiple times a week.
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
No.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Sus. Oh, yeah, switch back to my Leoa boyfriend.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
There's a purple one!
Don't change the subject.
Yay.
Right. You were asking
I like
about
the
the
purple ones.
I mean, the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed
Sus.
pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards
Your
them.
manner of speech is sus.
Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
My singing's cringe, my singing's cringe. Why am I continuing? Can we cook? Yes, we can. It doesn't seem like we can make much though. Especially because for this I need more apples. For this I need more flour. I can feel this. Whatever. I'll do the cooking later. Where do I need to go? Oh, okay.
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Oh, there's a time trial. Okay, so let's talk to you. I'm just waiting for a compilation.
Sir, have you seen my
And then I
grandpa
just
recently?
see how much I sold different
You know,
animal
the
streams.
one who likes to sit and space out near the
Oh,
village
okay.
entrance.
Both funny and depressing.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the
Stop
food
telling
I
me
had
about
prepared,
skipped
despite
frames.
my wife's
Stop it.
protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Huh.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no,
Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay.
I ate all the blue and purple gummy bears. Dang it. Now I'm sad.
Don't say anything for now.
Just reds, greens, and other
Isak,
colors.
stay here.
I know there's light blue ones.
Let's head over there.
At the very least.
Stay quiet as you move.
From this distance, they look almost invisible. Oh, that's funny. What? Excuse? Act 3 was so short. I was dropped the gummy bear. Told you guys I was clumsy. Dropped a gummy bear. That would've been so embarrassing. Alright, go down here.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
This
Still,
reminds me of that.
You say he's coming back, but
Of that one meme with the
it sure
snake
doesn't
hanging
feel
out
like
by
life's
the,
about
by
to
the
change
door.
around here
It
anytime
says like,
soon.
oh, do you have time
What's
to
your
talk about our
proof?
Lord and Savior? And then it,
Haven't you
like,
noticed? The
lists
village
a
has been
random
getting more
entity at the
deranged
bottom.
scholars than ever.
I'm literally just
Delavar
picturing
was
that
saying
meme,
that
but it
many
says,
people also
do
went
you have
insane
time to talk
just
about our
before
Lord
the
and
fall
Savior,
of the Scarlet
the
King's
Scarlet
civilization
King?
in ancient times.
And that's
We don't quite know
literally
why, but it
the
seems like
Sumeru
there's some
Archon
sort of
quest.
connection between insanity and the Scarlet King.
The Sumeru Archon quest can basically
Isn't it a
just
sign
be
of the Scarlet King's power
summarized
that
within
all the
that
mad scholars
singular
have
meme.
disappeared?
Would you like to talk
If
about
you
our-
ask me, they must have been
I'm actually
chosen as
tempted
the
to-
final sacrifice for the Scarlet
to
King's
make that
resurrection.
now.
Huh.
Actually, no, that's
Now
what
that
I
you
want you
say
guys
it,
to do. Make that meme
does
and then
make
send
some
it
sense.
to me. So I
Does
can,
this
so I can
mean
react
our
to it.
lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Eventually I might do meme
Now.
reactions.
Repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Ah, boy.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh, so that's what he's into. Okay. He's into electrocution. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, bro.
He's basically
this
male
guy's
Lisa.
something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy watching this.
Okay, good sir. What is
Grab
it you
your
would like to
popcorn.
know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Our boyfriend is gonna commit a
Well,
crime.
I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
I feel like the only correct way to eat a gummy bear is to bite the head off
Hey,
first.
go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir.
I don't know
We
why.
desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Akademiya. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it.
Actually, scratch that.
At
It's not
first,
that they don't
I told
taste
myself it was
good,
just the drink
period.
talking.
They just don't taste
But
good
then
as
all
the
the mad
purple and
scholars
blue
vanished
ones.
without a trace, just as the rumor said.
Purple and blue ones are my favorite.
Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty,
Actually, no, that should have
then
been
everyone else
question of
around
the
here is
day.
also
Like,
guilty.
what
I'm just saying what the
color,
others said.
like what,
The people here really like the
like what color
Scarlet
gummy
King,
bear
but
do you
dislike
think is
the
like
Dendro
the
Archon.
best? For me, it's blue and purple. Oh, there's pale in
Where is this
comparison.
radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the
I can
past
see the
few
question
days,
bubbling in your
so
minds.
he
No, I
probably
don't
hasn't
like
been around the village.
the purple and blue ones.
What
just
about you, man?
because
Have you
they're
seen him at
colors in
all?
The by pride flag. I like them.
No, not at all.
I've liked
We
blue
wouldn't
stuff
dare lie to
before
you.
that.
He's really not here right now.
Blue today.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many
But yeah, it's literally
others
just
to stop you from
it's
sending
literally just
warning
yellows
messages.
and greens.
So you'd best just stay home
That's it.
and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't
I know
do
there's a
anything
light blue one.
until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something
Oh,
foolish,
and a few white ones too.
and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Oh my.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Sino is terrifying and hot.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason.
I heard that.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Apologies.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor
People
we
being
heard
attracted
just
to
now
you?
seems like a strong lead. But we need
All
to
the
check
Matras
a few more
attractive as Sinnoh?
places.
What an unusual thing to worry that I wonder about. Probably one of the things that attracts me to him is that he's clean shaven. I don't really like. I don't like facial hair all that much. It's itchy.
Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Such an adorable child. Alright, Lag City, here we go. Excuse me.
Join the Eremites.
And I'm so sad that it's like so smooth on my end, and yet it's like Lag City for you guys. I honestly
Grandpa?
feel that.
Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Stop with the skipped frame thing. I'll just make him shuffle his feet. Dendroculus, Bombe. Up. Wait, no. ¿Dónde está el Dendroculus? Where is it? I know that there's a Dendroculus over here. Where is it? cannot find it. It's over here. Oh, here it is.
Here.
There it is. Found another one. It's right here. There we go. Reputation rewards, of course, of course. Personal horse. I of course horse. I'm literally just speaking gibberish at this point. Where's the kid? Okay, so he's over this way. Here's the second challenge where every time I complain about skipped frames, take a shot. Basically, anytime I do anything cringy, take a shot. I guarantee you will be blackout drunk by the time the stream is done. I can guarantee it.
Oh, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
Go away, skip frames notification.
sure
I know
isn't much
there's
here.
3.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
That's a light ring.
But
Spirit
are you
L'Oreal.
okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell.
Hey.
Thankfully, Tainari saved the
Leave me
day.
alone.
And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Yes.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Or
Yes.
maybe more.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No, no need.
I can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest for a
In
scholar.
the forest. From a scholar.
Look for clues.
Those memories. So dark.
This, what in the... Oh, so there's that. There's a thing over here. These are all daily necessities. And then talk to my Samara boyfriend. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Not another one. Whatever.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
That's your magnificent feet.
Thing.
Nah, chat will judge me for that.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand,
Also, I'm too busy eating
there are
these gummy-
footprints
these
here.
gummy bears. Those were the tiny one.
From the size and shape,
Tiny one, where did it go?
they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite
Maybe the
faint,
keeper?
but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
And extra sad because it was adorable. Yeah, whatever. If someone else has
But
been
who
here.
would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
Well, that's kind of.
We'd have to ask
Why
whoever
would you
lured
say
him
that?
away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Yep. Avita, you get lured away by food all the time.
What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
Hey, not sure, you know,
So,
but Genshin
someone's
decided
taking
ally.
advantage of
Oh
their
yeah,
weakness?
those. And all this day I listened to him and I laughed
abduct all
so
the
much
scholars?
when I hear Xiao's ally at low HP line. So hilarious. Just makes me appreciate him even more. I'm actually kind of curious what Kusanali's lines are gonna be.
Are the rumors really true?
Just makes me. Just like that wondering makes me makes me even more excited. It's the only
Could
lead we
the
got so far.
disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
Yeah, no, it's all the.
It's
other
highly
ones.
likely.
Please, you have to save my
I don't
Grandpa.
really like yellow all that much.
Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We
kinda
won't
like-
let whoever took him get away with it.
Well, pink is kind of a weird
Let's head to
one,
Aru
'cause,
Village
well,
and
I do
inform
like
Candace
it,
and the
I don't
others
like it
about
a
what we
whole
learned
lot.
here. After that, we'll set off to
Especially
find
on
the
clothing.
scholars.
And even more so if that clothing is on me. Ah, man. Whatever. It's another one. Stop skipping frames and repair yourself already. You can use waypoints. Yes, we can. We can use this one. But yeah, hopefully by next week the everything should be fixed. Hopefully.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
What are they
We're
talking
back,
about?
Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
I wonder if there's a way that I can connect my switchboard controller to
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
I
Reasonably.
just need to look that up.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna stick with PC
Makes
controls.
sense.
Shadow's life.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the Akademiya?
Hopefully Shadow will allow raids again.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
Found the tiny gummy bear.
If
so
I remember
tiny.
correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Akademiya.
Someone was
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
But yeah, I love you. She knows too.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Oh, boo! I wanted to go have dinner with him.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out.
Great.
The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
That is
I
a
need
lie.
to go
We've
around and
seen
ask
you
some
fight.
questions. But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then
I
we've
guess we
got
have
a
to
plan.
leave our Sumeru
The
boyfriend
Traveler and
here.
Paimon will go to Caravan
Fine.
Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
All right, sounds like a plan.
I do kind of need to stretch as much as I can. Can we waypoint? Oh, it's just right back to Rabat. Alright, here we go. But yeah, eventually, we will be able to get everything taken care of. Hopefully.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed
Kind of.
every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Possibly.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
Well, it's a little rude.
We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The Akademiya believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the Akademiya knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
Oh, great, so Sumero has a racism problem. Great. People wonder why I'm an anarchist.
I would tear down
Stuff
this
like
wall
that.
with my own hands if I could.
I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Possibly. Hopefully. Maybe? Yeah, we'll have only preparations written down. I'm keeping track. Stoof. 3, 2, 1, flag. What? Is it really? Is it actually smooth now? It's smooth now! What the heck? Now it's smooth? Really? When we were in the desert, it was lag town. Now that we're back in the forest half, it's smooth. What?
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Whatever.
Dia, is that you? What a
Well, I guess this is
coincidence.
technically
You
old
here for a
con-
drink
like,
too?
The forest half is technically old
Exactly.
content now.
Finally,
So,
a friendly face.
Features a little bit more, like, Streamlabs is a
Oh,
little more.
and who do you have
used
with
to
you
it.
here? Guests from another land?
You could say that. Hello.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki.
You're cute.
Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely.
Respectful.
Much
I'd
better
try.
than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia,
Yeah, reminds me of gonna jerks.
looking for
But I
someone?
feel more hot though.
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you
So
came
Mike's
here to
over
help
here.
him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have
Maybe not.
muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
I keep forgetting where the mic is.
How considerate of you.
Then remember if it's
Delavar's my
right
friend
there,
too,
right
so
here.
of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Yeah, I'll brief you right now. Excuse me.
What? So he's not at the hotel today?
I want to try something. I want to start heading back towards the desert and what is like the border of lag that that we have. Like, at what point does it get super, super laggy? Because it seems to be doing alright right now, but I feel like once we step into the desert, it's gonna get really bad. Possibly. Yep. What's like the second we step into the desert, we're in Lag City. Oh my. No! I missed out on the Unagi. Dang it. Also, I'm gonna turn into Dendroculi a little later. Right now, I'm just collecting and marking. Yum. Oh, hello, skipped frames notification. I have not missed you. Whatever.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Who knows?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh, so it's an ambush. Great.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
Yep.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Akademiya to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
Yeah.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
And I think that's what she was counting on.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Akademiya.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
So I'm not really into
I'll
it.
be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors
Why is
are
that
what
bad
us
guy so
followers of the
cute?
Scarlet King despise
Why?
the most.
Dia,
And
I
know a
thought
bunch
that
of the
you,
good guys are
a
really
fellow
good-looking
desert
too, but
dweller,
why?
would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
So is Dia really
Enough
our
talking.
friend?
Get him!
Are we gonna have to fight?
Just as I
fighting
expected.
now?
Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
I think we're fighting now. We're fighting now. Or we're just standing here. Oh, there we go.
New punching bag.
I'll smooth out some. Yay. What? You guys aren't very strong. You guys are kind of weak. It's kind of pathetic. Wee. Now you'll burn for breaking my heart. There we go. Wee. I don't think they drop any. They don't drop anything. Why don't they drop anything? I'm kind of sad they don't drop anything. Why don't they drop anything? They just give me energy and that's it. Kind of a waste. Whee. And Dr. Dio.
Impossible! Yeah, how could you?
Because you guys are weak.
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others.
So
that's what
really
you thought,
right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
She's definitely
And you
smart.
were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
Apparently.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping
weird.
around
Oh
were
my
just a
goodness,
couple
another skip
small
frame,
fries.
why?
If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So many skip frames today.
You mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Al's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
And I forgot the last one. All I know is that the real name's Jabari.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
Anarchy.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who's Jabari?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Oh.
Wait,
He was
so
nice.
he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Ooh, big brain.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Hmm? About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
Just a little.
What makes you so sure?
What also bothers me is these skipped frames. Even without an employer, you're still helping us. Even
Do
good.
you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
I'm kind of curious on that front too.
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Yay.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
Yay for
Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Akademiya's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're doing. I'm not making this out to be darker and or dirtier than it needs to be. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to finish the entire Archon quest though. We might have to save some for next week.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Stretchy Striz. Sounds good,
As
I guess.
for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
I probably won't. Because I think my Sumeru boyfriend is in there. Wait until next morning. 6 to 12. Okay. Oh gosh. So I won't have to wait that long. I just gotta go to there. I think. I hope. Why is there another skipped frame? Stop it.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time.
Did you learn anything?
We'll know any moment now.
Okay.
Iman's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yeah.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Zino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Stop with the skip frames. What are these? Oh. The sacred seals do. Sacred seals. Yeah, definitely gonna run out of time. So we'll see the interrogation and then we'll end stream.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
So you
Please,
so you find these
don't
things
beat us
called
anymore.
primal obelisks
We're gonna
around
die.
the desert.
Well,
And then
looks
every
like
6
Dino taught
seals
her
that
well.
you collect can be turned into the obelisk to get a precious chest.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling.
Indeed.
The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Give them a very violent hug.
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
Not that.
You've made your bed.
We
That
may
sounds
both be
fine.
desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result
don't
in
make
war.
jokes. No.
And war
I know what y'all
serves
are
no
thinking.
one.
No.
The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring,
Yeah.
but we wish to preserve our way of life.
Yeah.
A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
Yep.
And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
Not really.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you
gotta repent by
everything I
taking
know.
that to
Please,
God.
just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
So, no dinner
Some
date?
mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers?
I'm not sure.
That's
lying.
one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Ooh, intense.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
You're out of your current life.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Alex.
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth.
Also, I'm really
Traveler,
sorry that I
go
didn't
on.
turn on the music. I wasn't paying attention. Do you have any idea who the mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Okay.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
What's up?
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
So no, please stay.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Akademiya.
Hold.
Some time
Hello?
ago,
Keeps his face
people
covered
from
up.
the Academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal
You're gonna be
they
fighting
have.
Dottore soon.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
But why would they want
They were the
them
ones who
back?
brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back?
Apparently-
We aren't gonna let that happen.
Wait.
Not the Akademiya again.
In Summer City, Zotaria also mentioned that King Dishret's resurrection is just the Academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
I don't really know.
People are nothing
Kinda
but tools in the eyes of the Akademiya.
That's fair.
A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
That's not nice. That's how I was cute.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
Agreed.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
I almost
Time to
I
go.
almost forgot about the
Let's
kid.
leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Okay, for like 2 seconds I thought we were demoing Sinnoh for a second. What no? So you'll just leave the village chief's house, get through any dialogue that might be there in the end stream. There's dialogue. There is dialogue. There is light too. Oh wait, no, never mind. Oh wait, no, never mind. No, then never mind. No, this is Latham.
Put in us and then we'll... Woo!
Hi, Latham.
Where did you come from?
You're reading.
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And you been anyway?
Who knows? He's hot, so who cares? Oh,
Hey, what's with the silence?
He's reading.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead. Won't stop you. I need to stop these gift frames from happening. Away.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Aha.
Nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. Makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep.
Lag is so
We're
heavy.
not gonna find out anything more by staying here. So we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Why is there just a floating gem in the middle of this chest? Is that like attached to his shirt by like a really thin thread?
Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Al-Haytham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
You can certainly give some.
While you were
I
investigating,
know.
I had
Too
my
easy.
own work to do, which I've now
Too easy.
finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Bill.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Well, that happens a lot with me.
Huh?
I don't have a
Right
lot
here
of
in
brain
the
cells.
village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to
Stop
someone.
with gift frames.
But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
I guess we'll find out.
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing?
I don't know. I don't know what they think.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Not really, because I have trust issues.
You mean some of them lied to us?
Highest chance.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying.
Ether's
Again,
really cute too.
these people have their reasons.
Really rocks the
Remember
crop
what
top.
Gandis said?
I don't
Most
really think
people in
I'd rock
Aru
the
Village
top
don't
very
necessarily care which deity is in charge of
He's done without an
Sumeru.
undershirt.
That's because whether the Scarlet
That
King
matches.
or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along.
I mean, I do
Among
have brain
those you have
cells.
talked to,
Just
there's
not a
someone who
lot.
was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
She's sus.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
Yeah, I thought that was sus too.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Also, I'm gonna shrink this down.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I
make
feel
this
quite
smaller.
sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past.
So you guys can
If it weren't for them,
read
my
through
house
things
would have collapsed
correctly.
long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
I guess. Well, we're gonna have to question the suspicious individual next time on Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna make so many jokes. Okay. Full screen form. I'm a little. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed that exceptionally laggy stream, again, I'm super sorry, and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you are one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you are here for the 2 weeks that it is on Twitch before I transfer it over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you have not done so already. As a small reminder, those with Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1-month subscription. And as always, long live the rebellion. Let me try that again. I'm sorry for being extra cringy today.